Hello everyone, my name is Kunal and I am going to be explaining what Bitcoin is and how we can actually purchase this cryptocurrency for a fraction of the price um, whilst mining this coin. Now I'm going to show you a few things. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency which was found in 2008, which is just after the financial crisis of the Lehman Brothers when they filed themselves for bankruptcy. Now, when this actually happened, a new opportunity was there for a new currency or a new monetary system to be put into place because people were more open to the idea of a new money system because of what happened. And this obviously caused like a ripple effect across the world. Because America felt it, I think a lot of our other markets and countries felt it as well. Now, today, I think there's about 5 million Bitcoin users, and there's 21 million coins to be mined. Now, the word mined might sound a bit foreign because it's a digital currency, and when you think about mining, you're thinking of a physical man literally going into like a cave. So, the difference between this is that mining uses the power of leveraging, and some companies will let you use the hash power. However, some companies will let you use a system like a share system where you're buying into the mining pools. And this can actually be a way of investing and getting higher returns than actually buying Bitcoin and selling it at a later date. And this can actually be a current way of making money rather than just buying it and selling it as the usual way of trading is. Sorry, what company does this for you and why is there not loads of companies out there for us? So I've done a little bit of research. Of course, if we have a look onto here, so you can see here how many companies or organizations have a particular market share of how much Bitcoin is being mined a day. Now I'm not sure if this is the 24-hour day one. So if you can see, the company we're going to be talking about today is called Bitclub network, and if we just join up to here, it's red, so it's right here. 3.5% of the market share. So we're mining about 3.5, anywhere like somewhere in between that 3.5 and 4% a day of the market share, which of coins being mined. We're anywhere from position 5 to position 10. So right now we're position 9 in the top 10. Top 15, I think. Okay, so uh, that is that's where we are in the actual market. And of course, you're probably wondering what are these other ones here, and they have a larger market share. These are usually venture capitalists and investors on a large scale. So these guys they don't have like a couple of hundred minimum investment. They are talking like sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars, even millions of dollars. So these guys aren't small fries. They are investing, and they have been investing already, so they know what they're doing. However, what I'm going to show us, and we'll show you guys, is a way of actually making money for the common man, because this is what I believe. Well, I've been in Bitclub network for I've heard about it for just over a month, and I've been involved for about 3 weeks. So I am a firm believer that this can be accessible for everyone. This is something everyone can afford and everyone can do. It's not too expensive or too complicated. So let's go ahead anyway. This is what you have to do initially. You have to set up a e-wallet where you can buy Bitcoin for a particular amount, and you have to set up a verification. You have to verify your ID, and doing this you have to show your ID and your passport or some form of photo ID identification. Okay, so a little bit about Bitclub. Bitclub has been around for about 3 years. Okay, and what I found out is that they have a warehouse in China and Iceland. Now I can just show you the actual the mining pool. Okay, so if we go to mining pool, you can see here that this is the mining facility in Iceland. Now, the reason why it's in Iceland is because there is cheaper renewable energy, and it's also it's just lowering down the running costs, and also um, rent is very cheap. So it's a very efficient way of mining, and these machines require a lot of cooling and electricity. So the energy again is very cheap in Iceland as it's renewable. Okay, and here is just some more pictures about the well, showing you the mining pools. And here I can play these. So you can see a little bit. I'm sorry I played them all at once. So you can see a little bit here. So it's a legitimate company, and once I've seen this, I mean, you can tell straight away that this is not something that's not gonna be well. The website's not gonna disappear next week when you sign into it. That's the only thing which I was scared of. So, okay, let me just go into the mining pools and what we can do. So if we go to shop and buying mining shares, so the mining shares right here. This is what I mean by buying your way into a mining pool is like basically um, buying a share of that pool to say I have a space in this pool. I have a computer in this pool. Well, in this warehouse in this room. This is going to be mining this much amount for me uh, over the period of a course of 1,000 days. Now, here you're probably wondering, okay, 1,000 days of mining and 50% commissions and a 50% repurchase rate. So, what does it mean by 1,000 days of mining? It actually means lifetime mining because you're actually earning commissions from from after day 30. So, for example, whilst they're setting up your computer and sorting everything out, so like going through the checks, your 1,000 days start. Okay, so then once your 1,000 days of mining start, you're going to be gathering up partial shares. Once you've repurchased a whole share, that's when you can buy. That's when your mining pool, the days of mining, refresh. So you've repurchased the same mining pool, so your 1,000 days continue. So in effect, you're never gonna. This is lifetime mining. You're never gonna stop mining. So uh, it's like a one-time cost, but obviously you're going to be making Bitcoin and you're going to have to repurchase it. But you've only had to pay for it once, if you understand. So, okay, moving on, we can go on to blockchain. Now, this is like a public ledger. So people often have a stigma about Bitcoin, which is being Bitcoin's it's on the dark web, or it's being used illegally by fraudsters and criminals online. But once I go into it, you actually realize, once I've researched about it, you actually realize that gaming companies are putting their money into these cryptocurrencies to tie their money up into a digital asset. So gaming companies, they don't actually trust banks as much now. Well, majority of companies, they're starting to. There's a little bit of a transient shift towards from banks to cryptocurrency. So it's quite strange, and you can see the evolution of cryptocurrency. People are actually investing into cryptocurrency because they see it as a way of banks not being able to control their money, and that's exactly what Bitcoin is and has allowed. It's allowed the transparency of money, and it's a decentralized type of monetary banking system. So it's based upon peer to peer, and there's no third party body in between which touches or looks or even sees the money. Um, so it's very very interesting type of money, and the transactions being held are instant. They are instant. They're basically peer to peer. So um, everything you can see on when you type in here, the actual transaction reference. You can see. But I think I might have one. No, I don't. Okay, so you can actually see who sent it and where it went to, what time, how much Bitcoin, everything. You can the transparency of this, guys, is that everyone can see who bought what, but not what for. So there's the trick to it. So there is privacy in this currency. So and alongside transparency. So I mean, I don't think it's used for criminals at all. I think companies are using this more, and more legitimate businesses and people are using this, and it will be more formally accepted once it becomes more mainstream. Okay, so we've explained about the mining pools. What I want to explain about is actually getting paid and how much we get paid. So if I go into here, resources and compensation plan, we can actually check out how much money we could make from like team building bonuses and team cycle bonuses. So let me just run through it quite briefly because um, I can go into detail about this more. And you can actually find out more about this once you actually read through this and sign up. So I'm just showing you the brief details of how we get paid. So, and it's almost like an incentive, a way of you being able to get paid alongside while building the Bitclub network and building the value of Bitcoin itself. Because you're building Bitclub network, you're building the market share of Bitclub network. So, in turn, Bitclub network wants to reward those who are building it by paying out bonuses. And instantly, when people tend to see this triangle here, this one right here, they tend to think, oh no, it's a Ponzi scheme, it's a pyramid scheme, blah blah blah. Well, I mean, if you just look into the normal, for example, let's take your company. I'm sure there is a boss on top of a boss, and there is a boss on top of him. So that would make a pyramid. That would make a triangle. Everything is formed from a triangle. Like company-wise, is made from a triangle because universally, it's the strongest shape as well for networks. So if we move on, here you can see there's like a credit system. Once you achieve 15 credits on each side, so once this team here that you have built up, or if you've introduced someone and they've introduced someone, and those all of those credits add up to 15 on each side, you will get $200 worth of Bitcoin straight onto your account here. So that's instant. So you're getting Bitcoin, and plus it's $200 at the time. So when when it grows, when Bitcoin grows, your bonus has grown. So your bonus is uncapped, really, if you think about it. So there's also something which is like how many cycles can we get off this 30 points, for example. So 15 credits left, 15 credits right. How many cycles of this can we get a day? Obviously, the higher our rank goes, the more people that we are introducing. So in turn, our daily earnings off this cycle would be a lot more higher. Um, and another thing that we have is called binary matching bonus. So we have a 10 level binary match that pays an extra 100 US dollars for Bitcoin. Of Bitcoin for each $200 Bitcoin cycle that you do. Every time you get a cycle, if you've got the maximum level 10, you're going to be getting an extra $100 worth of Bitcoin every single time you hit that cycle. So this is big. This can be very lucrative if it's compounding and you've managed to get to a high higher rank. Okay, so the Bitclub ranking system goes a bit like this. It's minor builder, pro builder, master builder, monster builder, and mega monster builder. It goes into detail about what qualifications you need, and not obviously not like certificates, but like what things you need in order to hit this rank, and how many sponsors you need, and what kind of earnings you'd have to have. Another thing which I really like is the level up bonuses. So this is where the power of mining comes into show. So the first two people that you introduce, you'll earn 5% bonus on every purchase of their full shares. So every single time someone buys a share, you're getting 5%, and that's on the first two people. On your third, fourth, and fifth, you're going to get 6%. On your 6th, 7th, and 8th, you're going to get 7%, and so on. And this actually adds up. So this is then 11%, and then it goes on to 18%. So it's crazy. 18% is a lot when you think about it, especially if you're like 8 levels down. Okay? So, I mean, it goes into detail about repurchasing shares and repurchasing partial sale. So you can, here it says level up on team 4. You can earn 18% bonuses on all of their purchases forever. You will also receive 8% level up bonus on all of their first 2 personally sponsored people. So when you're down to like the 9 plus people, once you've hit, like, your network's hit 9 people, those people that they've personally, the 2 people they've sponsored, you're going to be hitting another 8% on them, and so on. So for example, on that, sorry, on your ninth plus, anyone that you've been introduced later than 9 and 10, you'll also receive, and so on. So for their 3rd and 4th and 5th personally sponsored miners, you're going to be getting 6% as well as an 8% on the 1st and 2nd. So this is a very lucrative way of mining, and these bonuses are a way of helping us to basically make as much as we can. Transparency and legitimateness of the business. I can see that, I have purchased orders, and I've got support tickets where I've had problems and they have fulfilled it. So this is a working company. They do get back to you fairly quickly, and they are English speaking, so it's a very good business for, I'd say, for Europe. This is hitting United Kingdom by storm, and it's just becoming mainstream now. So, guys, I just wanted to say a last few words. The benefits of joining in United Kingdom is that there is a very strong network here, and conference calls are just on Zoom, so we can have them for guys who are across the country and even in other countries in Europe as well. So we are looking to expand this network everywhere. Hey guys, there's a little video of one of our live training conferences that was in London. This was very exciting, and this was actually when I saw Bitcoin myself. I was so intrigued, and I just wanted to get involved straight away. And now I've purchased my first mining pool. I've got a little bit of my Bitcoin, so I'm saving slowly. And this is when a friend of mine actually just showed how to transfer Bitcoin a lot among e-wallets, and it's quite exciting. So this is one of the live conferences in London. And you can see my how excited I was to be there. So, okay, if we move on, I can show you exactly how to sign up. If we go here, you can see my team name is KS Digpal. I will also leave a link in the description and where to actually sign up and how to. I'll show you the basic form. You just enter your name and details here. The sponsor will be me, myself. Of course, I will be in the UK. I'm not too far from London, and I'm willing to travel within the UK if you ever need to speak. But most of our training sessions and our networking team, the UK, they do these training sessions and conference calls on the Zoom app. So you would not need to come and meet me or anything like that. It would just be all online. And if you just wanted to invest, I can see this thing as an opportunity just to invest, and keep an eye on it occasionally, just to come back, and then whenever you'd like, you can just sell your coin. I just see it as a good liquid investment. So guys, this is all I have to show you for today. If you guys have any other comments, let me know down below and I will help you guys out.